The Hall of Applause, the Balcony of Approval. This is a story about three monkeyteers who enter a grand hall where every good deed earns applause, ribbons, and praise. Their 15th miracle-minded adventure begins when they discover how exhausting it is to depend on approval and wonder whether blessing must be earned at all. The three monkeyteers entered a marble hall filled with banners and golden bells. A sign read, "The Hall of Applause. Do something impressive. Receive your praise." Spider Monkey's eyes widened. "I like this place already." Squirrel Monkey adjusted the little leather pouch beneath his cape. "How much praise do we need?" Howler Monkey stepped forward. "As much as is available." At the first station, Spider built a wooden tower taller than himself. The crowd clapped, and Spider received a blue ribbon. He beamed. Then another monkey built a taller tower. Spider looked at his ribbon. It suddenly feels smaller. At the second station, Squirrel organized a table of mixed fruit. The crowd cheered, and Squirrel received a gold star. "How do I look?" he asked. "Organized," said Spider. "No. Impressive?" Howler leaned closer. "Moderately." Squirrel immediately started organizing again. At the third station, Howler stepped onto a platform. "What must I do?" "Anything worthy of applause," said the attendant. Howler sang, bowed, told a joke, and gave a speech about humility. The crowd roared. Howler collected a silver medal. "This," he announced, "is a healthy spiritual environment." Then the applause stopped. Howler froze. "Why did they stop?" "The next performer started," said Spider. "They moved on?" Soon the monkeyteers were racing from station to station. Spider climbed higher. Squirrel worked faster. Howler performed louder. Every cheer lifted them. Every silence worried them. When someone else received more applause, their happiness shrank. Spider whispered, "Do you think I'm doing okay?" Squirrel asked. "Do you think I'm useful?" Howler asked. "Was my last bow too subtle?" Spider stared. "You knocked over a curtain. I wanted emotional impact." At the center stood a golden scoreboard. Approval total: Spider, 28 cheers. Squirrel, 27 cheers. Howler, 31 cheers. Howler smiled. "I am blessed." Squirrel frowned. "Because you have 31? Obviously." A bell rang. Another performer received 40 cheers. Howler's mouth fell open. "I have become less blessed." Squirrel reached beneath his cape. "Pouch time." He drew a folded slip. Spider opened it. The paper read, "Perhaps you do not have to earn what God has already given." They stared at it. Spider looked at his ribbons. "Then what are all these for?" "Decoration," said Squirrel. Howler examined his medal. "Excellent decoration." Spider sat on the steps. "I kept thinking the next cheer would prove I was okay." Squirrel nodded. "And I kept needing another one." Howler looked at the scoreboard. "I let a number tell me whether I was blessed." They walked onto a quiet balcony overlooking the valley. No crowd followed. No bells rang. No ribbons appeared. Spider leaned against the rail. "Nobody is applauding." Squirrel smiled. "Are you still here?" "Yes." "Still worthy of love?" Spider paused. "Yes." Howler removed his medal. "Even without this?" Squirrel grinned. "Especially without the speech about it." Howler laughed. A small bird landed on the railing and simply sang. Spider tied his blue ribbon around a flower pot. Squirrel gave his gold star to a nervous little monkey. Howler handed his medal to the attendant. "You earned this," said the attendant. Howler smiled. Maybe that was the problem. They returned to the hall, but this time they helped without checking the scoreboard. Spider steadied someone else's tower. Squirrel shared fruit instead of arranging it. Howler encouraged a nervous singer and did not sing over him. The crowd applauded. The monkeyteers smiled. Then the applause stopped. They kept smiling. Spider said, "Monkey Mind says somebody needs to tell me I'm doing okay." Squirrel added, "Then I hand my piece to whoever is watching." Howler nodded. Miracle Mind remembers blessing is not a prize. Spider looked at the scoreboard. It was never keeping score of what we truly are. Squirrel tucked the slip back into the pouch. Howler grinned. "Still, I was magnificent." Spider laughed. "You were." Howler paused. "Thank you." Then all three laughed. The three monkeyteers tossed their feathered hats into the air and cheered together. "One for all and all for one." And then they shouted, "Love all, for all is love."